Unit 8, Lesson 8A, Exercise 2.
Arson. Arsonist. To set fire to. Burglary. Burglar. To burgle a house. To break into a house. Drug dealing. Drug dealer. To sell drugs. To deal drugs. Looting. Looter. To loot. To steal. Mugging. Mugger. To mug somebody. Murder. Murderer. To murder somebody. To kill somebody. Robbery. Robber. To rob a person or place. Shoplifting. Shoplifter. To steal from a shop. To shoplift. Smuggling. Smuggler. To smuggle. Theft. Thief. Thieves. To steal something. Vandalism. Vandal. To damage. To vandalize.
Lesson 8A, Exercises 4 and 6. 1.
Police have launched an investigation into burglaries at homes in the town centre. They believe that 1 or 2 burglars are responsible for all of the crimes. According to a police spokesman, they have searched a house near the park and interviewed a suspect. They have not made any arrests, but believe they are close to solving the crime. Meanwhile, they have asked homeowners to take extra care with security and to lock doors and windows when they go out.
2.
Thieves have broken into a jeweller's in the town centre and escaped with watches and bracelets worth £500,000. The crime took place last night, just after midnight, in the West Green shopping centre, where there are also a number of bars and restaurants. The police have appealed for witnesses, as they believe several members of the public were in the shopping centre when the crime took place. They are also studying CCTV footage for clues.
3.
People in Park Hill are unhappy about vandalism in their part of town. According to Jeff Burton, who runs a hairdresser's, the problem has got worse in recent months. Vandals have broken his shop window 5 times in a month, he claims. They have also smashed car windows and damaged bus stops and phone boxes. Police say they are close to identifying the culprits and expect to make several arrests over the next few days. They have also promised to patrol the area at night to prevent future crimes.
Lesson 8B, Exercise 3.
Hello. I'm doing a report on street crime in the area.
There is a lot of crime here. I saw a mugging earlier today.
But there aren't many police officers on the streets.
I don't want more police around.
Hey! He stole my phone.
Lesson 8C, Exercise 3. 1.
The police arrested the arsonists.
2.
They broke into the house and stole some valuable jewellery.
3.
They mugged the youth and stole his wallet and phone.
4.
They looked for the criminals.
5.
The police arrested the suspect.
Lesson 8C. Exercises 4 and 5.
Today on Good Reads, I'm pleased to welcome Christina Rayworth, who has written a new biography of Bonnie and Clyde. So, Christina, tell us a bit about their backgrounds.
Bonnie Parker was born in Texas in 1910. She was short and good-looking, a bright student, but she got bored, left school, and got married at the age of 16. However, the marriage wasn't happy and didn't last long. Clyde was a year older than Bonnie. His parents were farmers, but they didn't own the farm, and they were always short of money. His dad finally gave up farming and opened a petrol station in Dallas. Clyde had a job, but also started shoplifting and stealing cars.
So when did the two meet?
In 1930, they fell in love immediately. But the police arrested Clyde a few weeks later, and he went to prison for 2 years. In 1932, when he came out of prison, in the middle of the Great Depression, there were huge numbers of people looking for work and very few jobs. Unable to find work, the young couple joined a gang and started a career of crime.
But they hadn't killed anybody yet, had they?
No, but it wasn't long before Clyde shot the owner of a shop while they were robbing it. It was the first of 13 murders.
So they continued to rob and steal?
Yes, they robbed shops and banks across the southern states. They often changed cars by stealing a new one. Clyde was a good driver and knew the roads very well, so it was difficult for the police to catch them.
What finally happened to them?
They had already killed a number of police officers, so the police were determined to capture or kill the couple. Bonnie and Clyde frequently visited their families. The police knew this and set a trap. They waited for Bonnie and Clyde to pass in their car and then started shooting. The police fired 130 bullets at the car, killing the couple. Clyde was 25, Bonnie was just 23.
Why do Bonnie and Clyde continue to fascinate us?
Well, we like to romanticize them. They were young, they were in love, and they were always on the road, never settling down. Bonnie wrote poems, and Clyde played the saxophone. That appeals to a lot of people too. And I guess people think of all outlaws as on the side of the ordinary people and against authority. But the reality was very different, of course.
Thanks, Christina, for talking to us.
Lesson 8F. Who was the Summerton man?
It began at 6:30 a.m. on the 1st of December 1948, when some passers-by discovered the body of a man on Summerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia, just west of the city. The police arrived and launched a murder investigation. At the hospital, doctors examined the body but could not find out for sure how the man had died. In his pockets were a bus ticket from the city, a train ticket, a comb, chewing gum, cigarettes and matches. There was no wallet or identification. Nobody knew who the man was. The police continued their investigation. They could not identify the man using fingerprints or dental records. Then, 2 weeks after the discovery of the body, there was a breakthrough. they found a suitcase that the man had left at Adelaide Station the day before his death. Inside the case were some clothes, a knife, scissors and a brush. However, these possessions did not reveal the man's identity. In fact, somebody had removed the labels from most of his clothes and another label from the suitcase itself. A new expert joined the investigation. John Cleland, a professor at the University of Adelaide. In April, he found a clue that everybody else had missed. A small piece of paper in a secret pocket inside the dead man's trousers. On the paper were 2 words in Persian, Tamam Shud. The words are from a famous Persian poem, and they mean, "It is the end." Somebody had torn the paper from an old copy of a book. A few months later, a man gave police a copy of the book containing the poem. He said somebody had dropped it into his open-top car the day after the man on Summerton beach died. The last page of the book, with the final 2 words, was missing. In the book, the police found 2 clues: a telephone number and a message. The message was in a secret code. The second line was crossed out, and some letters were unclear. The telephone number belonged to a nurse. She said she had given a copy of the book to a soldier called Alfred Boxall in 1945. Finally, the police had solved the mystery. Obviously, the dead man was Alfred Boxall. There was only one problem. Alfred Boxall was still alive. The police found him and interviewed him. What is more, he still had his copy of the book. The mystery of the body on Summerton beach continued. So, what about the mysterious 5-line message? Could that contain the answer to this puzzle? Perhaps, but unfortunately we do not know what the message says. Nobody has ever solved the secret code.
Lesson 8G, Exercise 2.
The photo shows a number of men looting a shop. There must be a riot in this area because the shutter looks broken. They can't want people to recognise them because most of them are wearing hoodies and one of them is covering his face. The man in the foreground is holding up a pair of jeans. Presumably he's stolen them from the shop because the label is still on them. It must be a clothes shop. The man on the right can't be one of the looters because he isn't wearing the same clothes and he is just standing there. He probably doesn't want to stop them because he is scared. The man at the back with the stripy hoodie looks like he is trying to climb in. He's probably going to steal something. If I lived in this place, I'd feel really frightened because there's no law and order. Anything could happen.
Lesson 8G, Exercises 4 and 5.
The first photo shows a man snatching a bag from a woman while she's walking through a subway. She's trying to hold on to the bag, so he can't steal it. In the second photo, a man is leaning into a car through a broken window. He's also trying to steal a lady's bag. The common theme in the photos is crime. You can see the criminal in both photos. But unlike the first photo, the second photo does not show the victim. That's because the owner of the car is probably not there. Another obvious difference is that the criminal in the first photo might not succeed. The woman might hold on to her bag. But in the second photo, it seems as if he's definitely going to get the bag. Both photos show types of street crime, but I think the first photo shows a more worrying kind of crime. The first photo shows a crime against a person, whereas the second photo shows the theft of some property.
Lesson 8G, Exercises 7 and 8.
I'm not sure, really. I suppose it's true to say that they're both stealing, but burglary is probably worse.
Why do you think it's worse?
In my opinion, it's worse because it affects ordinary people, maybe families with children. If burglars broke into my house, I would be terrified. Looting from shops is a crime, but it doesn't frighten people in the same way. What is more, the looters aren't taking anyone's personal possessions, so they aren't upsetting anyone.
OK, thank you.
Exam Skills Trainer 4. Exercises 4 and 5. 1.
Hello and welcome to George Lewis. I'd like to remind you all that this week is sales week in our shop. You will find plenty of bargains on every floor. There is 50% off many items in ladies' and men's fashion and also children's clothing. You can save 20% on digital cameras and some mobile phones too. And don't forget to visit our cafe for our Offer of the Week menu. One child goes free with each paying adult. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy shopping here at George Lewis.
2.
Last night, thieves stole 2 paintings from the Swan Street Art Gallery in the town centre. The paintings belong to a local artist, Lucian Gray, and are worth around £10,000 each. A witness saw 2 men loading the paintings into a white van parked on the corner of Swan Street. The men were wearing hats, dark jackets and jeans. The witness thinks they were in their early 30s. Police would like anyone who has any information to contact them as soon as possible. Now on to the next news story.
3.
Hi, Lucy. Katie told me you're going to South America next year.
Yeah, that's right. I want to take a gap year and travel around. And work a bit too.
I'd love to do that, but I haven't got any money.
You need to save up.
But that's really hard. How do you do it? Do you stay at home all the time?
No, you don't need to do that. But I work in the holidays and sometimes at weekends. I don't buy many clothes or CDs anymore either. I still go out, but not every night.
Maybe I need to get a job then.
I think that's a good idea.
4.
Hey, Jake. Are you still looking for a job?
No, I found something in town, in that new clothes shop that opened on the high street last month. My brother's still looking, though.
Oh, right. Well, you can tell him I saw an advert in the restaurant near my house for part-time waiters.
That sounds good. Is it evenings or lunchtimes?
I don't know. I've got the number. Do you want to give it to him?
OK, thanks. I'll put it in my phone.